Alright, so setting up your vocab is pretty easy to do, but the first thing we always do is we start off with our outline. So I'm going to get my paper ready. Here's my spiral binder. I've got a fresh page. I'm going to label it Vocab 1-1 for Chapter 1, Section 1. Then the very first thing we do on the first line is we're going to always write down the main title of the section that's up here in this blue area of the textbook. So I'm just going to copy that down. Uncovering the remote past. All I've done is copied it down. Now to start my outline, the first thing I'm going to do is I always start with a Roman numeral 1. And Roman numeral 1 is going to be the first red section that I see here. So here it is, in search of the past. So I'm just going to copy that down. In search of the past. Now, it'd be great if I knew what in search of the past was all about, and thank goodness they give me a main idea. So I'm going to always follow my first red section, or a red section, with the main idea. And notice where I'm lining it up. I've indented over. That is very important. So I say main idea, colon, and then I'm just going to copy down this exact sentence. Scholars use different sources of information to learn about the past. So I'm going to copy that down. And when I jump down to the next line, notice I'm going to continue to line it up here under the main idea. I'm not going to move all the way over to the red line. So I have scholars use different sources of, and I need information to learn about the past. Now that I've got my first red section title, in search of the past, then I've got the main idea, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through this first red section and I'm going to look for how many blue subsections there are. In this case there are 3. Myths and legends, written records, material culture. So now I'm going to create a list underneath Roman numeral 1 to indicate that there are 3 subsections here. So I start that off with a capital A. Notice where it's lined up. It's lined up underneath all the rest because we indent over because it's a subsection or smaller section of this bigger red section. So then I'm just going to copy down those. Myths and legends. The second one is written records. And the third one is material culture. And there are no more blue subsections of this first section, so now I move on to my second red section, when time stopped in Pompeii. And because this is my second main section, Roman numeral 2, when time stopped in Pompeii. And once again, now that I've got a red section, I need the main idea. And so I look for this. Oh, here it is. It's always out in the margin next to the red section. Main idea, the remains at Pompeii reveal a lot about Roman life. So I'm going to copy that down. The remains at Pompeii reveal a lot about Roman life. So then I'm going to look through here. I'm going to look for any blue sections. Hey, I don't see any in this red section. No blue sections, so now I'm done with this. But there is another red section. So because I have that, Roman numeral 3, I'm going to line it up over here like I normally would, interpreting the past. And then, because it's a red section, I need my main idea again. I'm going to read this. Historians study information to determine what happened in the past. Copy that down. Notice where I line it up. Okay, so now I've got my main idea in there. I've got that. Any more red sections? Nope, I'm actually at the end of the chapter. So now, because I'm done with my outline, I'm going to draw a line across my piece of paper, and then I'm going to draw a line down this way so I can start my first vocab word. And I will create a separate video to show you how to actually work on the vocab.